Hello, my name is Andy Milner and I am the band director at Paintsville Independent in Paintsville, Kentucky. And if you would like to find out more about our band program, you can visit myspace.com/PaintsvilleBand. Today, we're going to be doing lesson number 6, in this book right here, Master Theory, by Charles S. Peters and Paul Yoder. All right, lesson 6 is essentially a review. It's a review of the concepts that I have here on the board. The first thing we learned about was the staff. And remember, the staff is made up of 5 hopefully equally spaced lines. And they each have a number assigned to them. This is line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the spaces in between have a number as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just remember to start from the bottom. Then over here we have the clefs. And this one is the treble clef. And this is the bass clef. And remember, when each one of these clefs are placed on a staff, it changes the notes that are on here. All right, over here we have our different types of notes. Remember, the circle is a whole note, and the circle with a stem is a half note, and a filled in circle with a stem is a quarter note. And I didn't mention it on here. I should have wrote it here, maybe stem direction. But remember that when we have a whole note or a half note, for instance, on any one of these lines, from this point up, the stem must go down, and it needs to be on the left side. And if you have a half note or a quarter note down here or below, the stem needs to go up. And then we have this right here, and these are the letters used in music. There are no H's, there are no I's, there are no J's. These are the only ones that we use. And so remember that when you get to, say, G, you must repeat back to A. All right? And then right here, we have some sentences or words to help you remember the lines and the spaces. Now, this box right here is dealing solely with treble clef. And the lines, remember, every good boy does fine. And you can make up your own sentence if you like. And then for the spaces, we can say F-A-C-E, face. Dealing with the bass clef, good boys do fine always. And then for the spaces, all cows eat grass. So here we go, lesson 6. Number 1, write the letter name under each whole note. All right. So what we have to do is essentially remember what this is, either a line or a space. So we can tell that this is a line, and we go, every good boy. And I should have told you this prior to starting, but I always check what my clef sign is first to know whether or not we're going to be using every good boy does fine or good boys do fine always. All right, space, go F-A-C. Line, every good. Line, every. All right, and now we're in bass clef, and it's saying write the letter name under each half note. Just because it has a stem on it does not change anything about the note name. It's still the same note name. So here we go in bass clef, space, all cows. Another space, all cows eat. We have a space, all cows eat grass. Well, good boys. Take a look at this one, number 3. Write the letter name under each quarter note. Again, the same rules apply. There's nothing different than about the half note than there is about the quarter. It does not change the note name. It changes note value, which we'll talk about later, but it doesn't change the note name. So you use the same things. All right, so we're in treble clef. Every good then F. And I'm going to be moving pretty fast through here. Every good boy deserves. And then look here, write the letter name under these mixed notes using letter names. Okay, and what I crossed out there, and I don't know if you can tell, but it says sing using letter names. Okay, and you know, I've taken that out for my students. Trying to get them to sing is it's pretty difficult, but if you want to sing, and if you're a great singer, then go to a piano and maybe peck these out if you know how to. But you know, I just kind of took that out for now. And we go through here, and I don't think that there's a need to go through all of this. I'm gonna skip all of this because it is essentially the same as all of this, right? The letter names under these mixed notes. Just because they put quarter notes here and a half note here, it changes nothing about identifying the note. Down here it says write these whole notes. Now that would be probably good practice. As you're coming through number 6, we've got an A, and you have to pick that A. And so I go F-A. Alright, so they give you the letter name and then you pick one. So then B, and you have to go like every good boy. And then D, every good boy deserves. And then F. You could have used every good boy deserves fudge and put one there, or you could have said F for face. Either one would have worked. E, the same thing applies here. You could have went F-A-C-E, or you could go every. All right. Notice the spacing between these two notes. Even though this note is lower than this note, it is still the same distance between here and there as this is from here to there. The reason why is because this is an octave, and we'll get into that more later. There's no reason to go on to do D and C and all of that. You can do that on your own if you get the book. The half notes, now this is where you have to really start watching the stem direction. As we go through here, we have to say, we can say all, and then realize because we're below that line, we have to put the stem going up. And then B, you could say George Bush or good boys. And then for the D, say good boys do. All right, so right there. And remember, if we're on the line, we have to put our stems down, and the stem goes to the left. Okay. And then the F, you say good boys do fine. Okay. And I'm trying to pay extra attention to where the line is going through. I'm trying to get it close to as center as possible. My lead is pretty it's just not very sharp right now. It makes a big difference. Okay, with the E, all cows eat, and because we're above the line, we need to put our stems down. I think you get the idea for that. Maybe draw yourself out a staff, and then put some random note names underneath here, and then practice drawing them, and I think you'll get the idea. And then write these quarter notes. You can do a few for practice, but it's essentially the same. Every good. The only thing different is that I'm filling in the circle. All right, every good boy. Every good boy deserves. Okay, do you get the idea? That's pretty much it. All right, I will see you all on lesson 7. Thanks a lot.